But perfect night to have her.
Yeah, because we want to talk about Caitlyn Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so happy that she doesn't spell it with a K.
Yes.
To please the Kardashian clan.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be weird?
You know, it's like she chose a name that begins with a K and didn't spell it with a K. It's hysterical to me. So, yeah, it's almost like you have no choice. Today, the cover photos and some of the interior photos from the Vanity Fair magazine with Caitlyn Jenner on the cover, it broke the internet for a time. There was like no bandwidth left.
Yeah, and it seemed like every single post on Facebook, no matter whose post it was. Oh, look, I just logged on to Facebook. First thing comes up, boom, Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah. So there you go. So we're gonna. That is our open forum this evening. How do you feel about Caitlyn Jenner? People have very, I don't want to say aggressive, but they have very passionate feelings about Caitlyn Jenner and transgender, transsexual individuals as a whole.
A lot of people aren't into it, and I want to understand why you give a S. Why?
Well, that's always been my question. That's the same with same-sex marriage. I fully understand people being confused or not in support of the idea of homosexuality. It's not my take. It's not how I feel, but I understand where you're coming from. It kind of goes against the idea of what wieners and vaginas are made for. So I get it, but why do you care is my question.
Well,
why do you care what other people do?
Because they're interested in the sanctity of marriage, and they'd rather something that's not between a man and a woman be called something else. But what do you care, ultimately, when the day is done? I mean, that's their argument, I understand. Yeah. But when the day is done, why not just talk about it as the privileges that are granted as a result of a marriage? And it's a contract. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, well, and if you're concerned about the sanctity of marriage, maybe that's even a more reasonable argument for me. But it's more the people that feel like it's going to degrade like the morality of our country.
That's where I get weird.
I don't understand that. I mean, it doesn't. Either. I don't
understand the idea that religion is necessary for any morality. I don't get that at all.
Right. I mean, that's what the argument I was having with that young lady on your show on HLN earlier is that because I don't have God in my life, I'm somehow not capable of raising my family.
The golden rule still applies.
I wanted to say to her, like, the point out the very clear truth is that I chose not to have God in my life. You did. I respect that, but I'm way rich and have a hot wife that's way rich, and my daughter's healthy.
And you treat people with respect, and you're good at yourself and your family and people, and you live with
thank you. That's you.
But you live an ethical, moral life.
It took you to say that because it's subjective. But my point to her was,
an ethical, moral life without religious guidance.
She is struggling, and her world is kind of collapsing, and I was like, my life's pretty awesome. So I don't know how you get.
Apparently, this Caitlyn Jenner thing is blowing up. Now I know why the internet was broken by her today.
Yeah, and look, I agree. Everyone has a feeling, and I don't necessarily feel like it's about Caitlyn Jenner in particular. It's about what this says as a whole about how we feel about transgender and transsexual people.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question? Because I think of you both as enlightened men. When you look at that photo. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just being nice. Yeah, when you look at that photo, do you have a visceral reaction?
A little bit.
Turned on?
No. A little bit of almost like a cream hysteric response. Like you're
what does that mean?
That's the muscles that pull your testes back into your body. Like a little bit, like a little weird, a
little uncomfortable.
Yeah, and what I find truly fascinating and despicable is that humans, when they don't understand something or it scares them or gives them that uncomfortable thought, they want to attack it.
They hate it, yeah.
Right.
Which to me is the most bizarre human impulse of all. Because
what is that? Is that survival?
I don't know what it is.
I'm guessing, and of course this belongs to much smarter people than me, but I'm guessing it's that when we were kind of a less
primitive,
when we were a more primitive form of human, and you're out in the wild, you see something that you've never seen before. You got to kill it before it kills you. I mean, that's kind of
really...
But why? I think, though, we, unfortunately, if you look at other primates, we tend to do that by groups and subspecies and things. And so nothing makes us more aggressive than other primates that are different. that are identified as different. So now it's territory and food supply. And look at chimpanzees. They go around to different groups and they just rip each other to shreds.
Well, and they eat chimp butt while it's still alive, and they corner them down.
That's our closest relative.
Right,
so.
right. There is that thing in humans though of like you're different. You're not part of the tribe, so I must destroy you.
Well, it's funny. Vanessa, who's on my HLM program, equated it. She goes, "Well, why don't I get my skin taken off?" If I could do that, saying it was, why is it okay for him to change his gender? Why can't I change?
She's black, by the way.
Yeah, she's black. And I thought, wow. So it's you feel like it's the same phenomenon. How crazy that you feel put upon by that kind of a horrible quality that humans have. That the very one we're seeing acted out on Caitlyn Jenner.
Mm-hmm.